Hello, future professional barbers. This is your instructor, Coach K. Today, what we're going to go over is the Miladies Barbering Textbook within Chapter 10, The Properties and Disorders of Hair and Scalp. Now, I know as being a barber, you have a basic understanding of hair and scalp. But today, we're going to deep dive into the Chapter 10's keywords. And allowing us to dive into the keywords will help us better be able to pass the state board questions and also be able to better articulate keywords to our clients. That way they can have a greater understanding and have trust within you as a barber. Also, we're going to deep dive into the products that we use on a day-to-day basis when it comes down to the disorders and the properties of the hair and scalp. Also, we're going to go over and deep dive into the situations that happen and occur on a daily basis within the salon or the barbershop. So, be excited, stay tuned, and bring your thinking caps to be able to have a greater understanding of Chapter 10, the properties and disorders of hair and scalp.
Let's go over Chapter 10's keywords so we can know how to pronounce them and know what they mean when we see them. Trichology. Say it with me. Trichology. The science dealing with the hair, its diseases, and its care. Keratin. Say it with me. Keratin. The protein of which hair is made. Hair root. Say it with me. Hair root. The part of the hair that is encased in the hair follicle. Hair shaft. Say it with me. Hair shaft. The part of the hair that extends beyond the skin. Hair follicle. Say it with me. Hair follicle. Tube-like depression in the skin that contains the hair root. Hair bulb. Say it with me. Hair bulb. Cube-shaped structure that forms the lower part of the hair root. Dermal papilla. Say it with me. Dermal papilla. Small, cone-shaped elevation located at the base of the hair follicle that fits in the hair bulb. Erector pili. Say it with me. Erector pili. Involuntary muscle fiber attached to the base of the hair follicle. Hair cuticle. Say it with me. Hair cuticle. Outermost layer of the hair shaft. Cortex. Say it with me. Cortex. Middle layer of the hair shaft. Medulla. Say it with me. Medulla. Innermost or center layer of the hair shaft. Keratinization. Say it with me. Keratinization. Process by which protein cells mature within the cell follicle to form hair. Amino acids. Say it with me. Amino acids. The building blocks are units of structure in protein. Peptide bonds. Say it with me. Peptide bonds. End bonds, chemical bonds that join amino acids end to end. End bonds. Say it with me. End bonds. Also known as peptide bonds, chemical bonds that join amino acids end to end. Polypeptide chain. Say it with me. Polypeptide chain. Long chain of amino acid linked by peptide bonds. Proteins. Say it with me. Proteins are made of chemical units called amino acids. Helix. Say it with me. Helix. The spiral shape of a coiled protein created when polypeptide chains intertwine. Side bonds. Say it with me. Side bonds, also known as cross bonds, hydrogen, salt, and sulfur bonds in the hair cortex. Hydrogen bond. Say it with me. Hydrogen bond. Weak physical cross-link side bond that is easily broken by water or heat. Salt bond. Say it with me. Salt bond. A physical side bond within the hair vortex. Disulfide bond. Say it with me. disulfide bond, also known as a sulfur bond, a type of chemical cross bond found in the hair cortex. Cysteine, say it with me, cysteine, an amino acid with a sulfur atom that joins together two peptide chains. Melanin, say it with me, melanin, tiny grains of pigment in the cortex that give natural color to the hair. Eomelin, say it with me, eomelin, melanin that gives brown and black color to hair. Pheomelin, say it with me, pheomelin, melanin that gives red to blonde colors to hair. Wave pattern, say it with me, wave pattern, amount of movement in the hair strain, straight, wavy, curly, and coiled. Vellus hair, say it with me, vellus hair, soft, downy hair that appears on the body. Terminal hair, say it with me, terminal hair, long hair found on the scalp, beard, chest, back, and legs. Anagen, say it with me, anagen phase, growth phase in the hair cycle. Catagen phase, say it with me, catagen phase, transition phase of the hair growth cycle that signals the end of the growth phase. Telogen phase, say it with me, telogen phase. A resting phase is the final phase of the hair growth cycle. Hair stream, say it with me, hair stream, hair that flows in the same direction. Swirl, say it with me, swirl, hair that grows in a circular pattern. Cowlick, say it with me, cowlick, tuft of hair that stands straight up. Alopecia, say it with me, alopecia, abnormal hair loss. Androgen alopecia, say it with me, androgen alopecia, hair loss that occurs as a result of genetics, age, and hormonal changes. Male pattern baldness. Alopecia prematuro, say it with me, alopecia prematuro, hair loss that occurs before middle age. Alopecia areata, say it with me, alopecia areata, the sudden falling out of hair in patches or spots, autoimmune disorder. Alopecia totalis, say it with me, alopecia totalis, total loss of scalp hair. Alopecia universalis, say it with me, alopecia universalis, complete loss of body hair. Alopecia senalis, say it with me, alopecia senalis, hair loss occurring in old age. Alopecia syphilitica, say it with me, alopecia syphilitica, hair loss as a result of syphilis. Within this chapter, we will go over 3 products that we will use as a professional. The first will be Kirkland's brand Monoxynol. The second will be Sulfur 8 Cream. The third will be Chai's Keratin Silk Infusion.